To the Bronx Journal. I'm Miguel Perez, and I'm here with a group of high school students who have been taking journalism workshop this summer here with me at Lehman College. They are Maricruz Almazo, Anderson Bridgemohan, Wilson Darko, Jonathan Beltran, and Tiffany Mosacas. Thank you. Welcome to the program. It's a pleasure having you here. You guys, some of you guys were right behind the cameras a few minutes ago when we were taping another segment. So you have been part of a summer workshop where you're learning a little bit about almost everything related to the news media. But tell me about this experience. Let's start with you, Wilson. You were behind that main camera just a few minutes ago. How does it feel like to be doing a TV show?
Well, it's pretty exciting because, like, when you watch TV, it seems kind of quiet, but like when you're behind the camera, there's consistent directions from the director, and like other people you might hear the directions to. Others might make a mess up. You might mess up, and like you get nervous, but after a while you get used to it, and it could be pretty fun at the end.
I don't mess up. Are you kidding? No, we do all mess up, and there are mistakes that go on, and that's the learning process that we have been going through. And so tell me about that learning. What have you learned? Tiffany, what have you learned watching all of this in a TV studio? This is your first experience in a TV studio.
Yeah, I guess I learned a lot about how so much work goes into making a television program, and it's not only one camera, it's 3 cameras, and there are a lot of people in the control room controlling everything that's going on.
And you were up there last week when we were doing another television show, so you got to see how much buzzing there is going on around, right?
Yeah.
Jonathan, you were part of this program. You and Wilson are comebacks. You were part of this program last summer.
Yes.
What do you think? Have we advanced as a workshop in terms of the facility? We have new facilities here at Lehman College, a brand new multimedia center that we've been working out of. What do you think of the changes?
I think that the changes were for the better, because I still remember being in the small room, and now we come into this media center, and it's huge. It's
right.
Massive.
Well, as we speak now, as we keep speaking, we are going to show some video of you guys. It's already on. Well, this is some of the photos. It was supposed to be the video, folks, but these are the photos that were shot of you guys during the week working with me on different aspects of the media. Here, a moment ago, I was actually being interviewed by Telemundo, and you guys went out there and watched me being interviewed. But you guys, Jonathan, you especially, you've been designing a website as part of the course. Tell me about that.
The website is for you, Professor, and it's actually
It's the Bronx Journal.
It's the Bronx Journal.
It's the website that's going to be the website for the Lehman newspaper.
Yes. And it's good. It's great how we're building it, because we're experimenting with different software that we are not used to, and unlike our schools, this one actually is a lot of hands-on, because
Mm-hmm.
we choose what to put, how to put it, and it's giving us great, something to look forward to
Mm-hmm.
every week.
Anderson, what do you think of this whole experience?
Well, this experience has been really good. It's been really hands-on. We're using computers.
See, we're watching ourselves here as we speak, Anderson.
Oh.
This is what's been going on during the week, during our workshop. But tell us about it.
Yeah, this experience was awesome because we're working with like Max, and we're creating websites, as Jonathan said. And these websites are for everyone in the community. I mean everyone. It shows us the database, like all the Lehman College articles. Yeah.
So you found it worthwhile?
Yeah, it
learning
was,
experience.
definitely.
Mm.
And if I could, I would do it again. And I suggest anyone do it again.
Okay. What do you think?
I think it was a good experience to be here in journalism
She
classes.
doesn't need a microphone. She
Oh.
has one.
She's special.
And it was really good to be here. We did many things. We experienced different things that we wouldn't have in other programs. And we get to be on TV too, here. And we also experienced, like Anderson said, on the computers and different programs, which we don't use often.
Mhm.
And it was really good. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk about some of the issues, because the idea of doing this segment with you guys today is to talk about the issues that concern the youth of the Bronx, and you certainly represent a representative of that youth. And so, what concerns you when you watch the news? Some of you are even considering careers in journalism, in the news media. So all of it, obviously, when you watch the news, you watch it with interest to see how it's reported and so forth. But how is what, like for example, one of your exercises this summer with me was to go out and interview people about the naming the nomination of Sonia Sotomayor to the Supreme Court. Tell me about that experience. Number one, how you feel about Sonia Sotomayor, but also about the people you interviewed, how they received your questions. Let's start with you, Jonathan.
Um, so this assignment was given to us, and we had a week to prepare. And what I found what I found most interesting is the opinion of the people. I interviewed some of my friends, some of my teachers, and also some of just random people. And there were a couple who were a bit iffy, or so to say, that they didn't really believe in her, or they just thought that she was going to spoil or just fall. But in my opinion, I think she is an inspiration to us all, and I really look forward to seeing more of her.
Okay, and what about the rest of you? Did you get negative, positive reactions? Are people proud? Do people
Yeah.
care?
Yes, I interviewed my sister, and she was saying how she's so proud how Sotomayor, she conquered everything in her life, all the obstacles, overcame adversity.
Mhm.
Yeah, and to go to like a high power, like whatever.
Position, yeah.
Position, yeah. And yeah, she's really proud because she's Latina too.
So it
And from the Bronx too.
because you're from the Bronx and because you're Latino like her, it makes you
Yeah,
identify with her.
Yeah, because now like everyone's gonna be thinking that yeah, they can do something too, and everyone can attain anything if you ask me.
Maricruz, does she represent a role model for you?
Yeah, I think she does because she's the first Latina to go up there, and it gives hope to other Latinos that they can do more, and they can reach high like she did, or even higher too. And there could be more people up there like her too.
Okay, some of the other issues that are hot in the media right now, especially for young people, is like the issue of Michael Jackson, for example. Did the news media overdo the coverage? Some of you have been commenting during the last few weeks about that. Did they overdo it? Do you think there was proper? There was too much, too little, the coverage? Tiffany.
I think the media coverage was way too much because all throughout Michael Jackson's life, the media's always found a way to attack him. And sometimes they wouldn't give you the facts. They'd give you rumors and speculation. And I think all the coverage that's been done over his death is a little bit too much.
Anybody else? Jonathan.
I would also like to add to what she said, because I understand that he was a great person. His songs were better than most people, but I think that and I find it funny that everyone believes that he died every other way except natural death, and I think that we should at least let him be in his death.
Well, there's a lot of people talking about how, look, we've there's so many people, not just the media, it's so many people, fans of his, mourning his death in a way that we don't mourn the death of our own soldiers who are out there fighting to defend us. And so people, are weighing those two things, are saying it's too much because we really don't do that for our soldiers, for some of our real heroes, and some of them are questioning whether Michael Jackson was indeed a hero. Wilson?
The way I see it, Michael Jackson wasn't really a hero, but he was like a pioneer in music, because there isn't really any more musicians out here that haven't been affected by Michael Jackson in some way, like Justin Timberlake, Usher, Omarion, and people like that. Like they all dance in Michael Jackson's like style, and the way I see it with the media, like throughout his life, they seem to be like the main enigma that that he found the problem with. That's why he left. He lived such a seclusive life. And I guess he tried to keep his children from the same thing, but I guess it got to him eventually, and he got addicted on the sleeping gas, and I guess it took his life at this point.
All right, well, there's another Michael that you, especially Wilson, are interested in talking about, because we spoke about him last year when you were on this program, Michael Vick. And we talked about how, Michael Vick had been convicted for fighting dogs. He's a superstar football player, NFL quarterback, and he ends up in jail. Now, supposedly, he may be given a chance to come back and play football. He's out of jail now. He may be given a chance to play football. He paid his debt to society. Do you feel that way? Do you think he should be given an opportunity?
Well, the way I see it, I don't really think there's a need for him to come back, because so far every team has said like they don't want him because of the bad publicity that he brings.
Mhm.
Like what he did is like stupid, because it was kind of like the same thing that Placico Perez did. They're just trying to get like fame. They want respect for some reason that they already have, but like they took advantage of it, and now it cost them too much.
Anderson, do you feel the same way about Michael Vick?
Well, to be honest, I really don't know much about him to make like formulate an opinion, but yeah.
But but you know, here's a guy who was accused of dogfighting.
Well, I think every animal should be treated the same way as humans, because you can't be cruel to animals. Like, that's not right.
Okay.
How would you feel if you were that animal?
There's another football player who shot himself in the leg, and also had there's a scandal over that. Wilson.
Plaxico Burress
Yeah.
of the New York Giants.
Yeah.
The problem with him is that like I think the same year that he won the Super Bowl, he ends up with this whole stupid thing that he has a loaded gun in a crowded club, and not only that, he shoots himself in the leg, which is kind of the dumbest thing you can do. And now it's pretty much costing him his career because the Giants don't want him. The Jets would have had him, but now
Well, there's a famous saying: "You shoot yourself in the foot." He came close.